All right, so contractions today. So contractions are these things where you can take two words and turn them into smaller words. So the words like cannot can be turned into can't, we are can be turned into we're, do not can be turned into don't, blah, 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 blah. And the reason why we do that is because it sounds more like we're talking, really. A lot of times whenever Miss Acton says sentences, she will not say, I cannot come meet you today. I'll say, I can't come meet you today. I can't come meet you today. I cannot come meet you today. That is not how Miss Acton talks. That's not how your family's talking. That is not how you talk. So whenever we're doing our writing, a lot of times when you use contractions, it makes it feel more like you're talking rather than you're just trying to type a paper or write a writing piece that, sounds really good. So what we're going to do is work on ones that end in not, like do not, is not, did not. Look at those a little bit further, and then you're going to work on two that do not follow the pattern that the rest of them do. They're kind of trickier. So basically what we're going to do is turn sentences like that is not where I am going to sit. I'm not going to sit on that couch with all that cat hair. Are you crazy? You're going to change that sentence into something that says that isn't where I'm going to sit. So that is not where I'm going to sit, and to that isn't where I'm going to sit. It just sounds more like you're speaking to a person rather than, you're trying to be all proper. That is not where I'm going to sit. Just sounds more like somebody's talking to you. So we've got the word was not, and this follows the pattern of any word that ends in not that we want to turn into a contraction. The first thing you do is you smush them together to create one word. Then you do the most important part of this. You take away the O. The O does not exist anymore. You drop down all of the other letters except for the O, but you leave a space there because the O is going to be replaced by this thing called an apostrophe. Apostrophe. And all it is a period with a little tail. And sometimes when people write them, they just write just the tail. Either way, it doesn't matter. When Miss Acton makes them, I do an apostrophe and a tail just because I think it makes it look better. So that's the rule for all of them. I'll show you right now. So here is the first 4 or 5 that we've got: are not, have not, did not, is not, do not. The next row, we smush them together, just like I showed you with the was not. So now they're all one word. What do you think we're going to do next? Next, we're going to take out all the O's. The O's do not exist anymore. Cross all those out. Then we're going to replace those O's with an apostrophe that Miss Acton just showed you how to make the periods with the tail. So you can either do a tail, doesn't look bad, and you can definitely tell it's apostrophe, or you can do the period with a tail. Either way, doesn't matter. And you're taking words like are not and turning it to aren't, have not, haven't, did not, didn't, is not, isn't, do not, don't. Words that we use a lot and turning them into words that we actually say. All right, so here's some more that are a little bit bigger. Does not, could not, was not, has not, and should not. The first thing that we do, you guys know this, we smush them together because we're making them into one word. What's the next thing that we do? We're taking away that O. That O does not exist anymore. And as I'm taking away the O, I want you to think about what we're going to replace the O with. Something's going to take over that O's place. An apostrophe. There's 2 ways you're going to make an apostrophe. Either you can do, and I'm really close to this one. Let me move me up. Get out of the way, Miss Acton. You can either just do a curved line, the tail part, or you can do a period with a line, a tail. Period with a tail. Miss Acton usually makes hers like that because it looks more like the actual sign of an apostrophe that you would like type in a paper. All right, so there's 2. Cannot, that turns into can't, and will not, that turns into won't, that do not follow this pattern. If you look very closely, if we take away the O and replace it with an apostrophe, that would give us CANNT. And that is not how you spell the word can't. Never seen that word before in my life. This is how you spell the word can't. So that means this one does not follow the same pattern. This one follows the pattern, take away the N and the O, replace those with just one apostrophe, and then bring out the C, the A, the N, and the T. So this one you just take away the N-O instead of the O. But still, something that's going to trick you and something that you need to focus on. And this is what you're going to be doing in your Nearpod today. The next one is will not. Now, I don't even know what to tell you in this one because it just doesn't make any sense. You would think that we would take away the O, we'd remove this gap right here, and it would be WILLN apostrophe T, which spells the word willant. But if any of you have read books and listened to grown-ups talk to you, you know that the word willant is not a word. The word's won't. So that one you just have to kind of remember. Will not turns into won't. WON apostrophe T. She will not eat onions in her salad. We take away the will not and we turn it into won't. She won't eat onions in her salad. And Miss Acton will not eat onions in her salad. I won't eat onions in my salad. The next one is cannot. Trey cannot sleep well when he is scared. We take away the N and the O and replace that with an apostrophe. CAN apostrophe T. Trey can't sleep when he is scared. And most people can't sleep when they're scared. So this is the page where I told myself I was going to show you guys. So you do a period and then add a tail. Or you could just do a tail. But that's how you're going to do it. The next one Miss Acton shows you. Sorry about that if you heard my doggies barking in the background. A delivery guy showed up. All right. So the next thing I'm going to show you, because you will have to type some sentences, is where to find the apostrophe key. So the key is right there. There's a double apostrophe, which is called a quotation mark above it. And then below it is just the one dot with the tail. And this is what most of your all's keyboards look like. Miss Acton's looks just like this. And my trick is I find the enter button. So if you can find the enter button, it's almost right next door to it. So when I look at my keyboard, my enter button is right here. My apostrophe is right next to it. So now take a second to look down there and see if you can find that apostrophe key. And the good news about the apostrophe key is you don't have to push the shift button. All you have to do is just tap it, and that apostrophe will show up right there in between those letters that you guys have. All right. So this is all Miss Acton has for you. Good luck. Remember, WONT for will not turns into won't, and cannot turns into can't. Do some of that work, and I'll see you here in a minute to check your work.